Yeah, just across the street from Progress, the building, there's a car that's smashed up against the building. I didn't go up to it because I was on my motorcycle. I didn't know if I'd get stuck, but they ran the curb. I can see they smashed the sign and hit the building. The car's crashed.
Could you tell if someone was in it?
This is what the last 8 seconds of 2 young men's lives looked like. Strongsville, Ohio, July 31st, 2022. 2 people brutally, horrifyingly killed. 1 walked away, and the question that would haunt this entire investigation wasn't what happened. The cameras showed the world exactly what happened. The question was why. And by the end of this video, you're going to have to decide that answer for yourself. Dominic Russo, 20 years old. Davion Flanagan, 19. 2 young men who got into a car on a summer night and never came home. This is their story and the story of the people who loved them.
Hi, Christine. Hey, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, so there was an incident that we believe Dominic may be involved.
What?
When was the last time you saw him?
Last night.
Do you know who he was hanging out with last night?
I was with that little girlfriend because that's it.
His girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I seen one other kid over there, but I can't remember his name. He fixed his car for him. One of his friends fixed his car. I've only seen him a couple times over to fix. He's got like a classic car that the kid was fixing on.
Okay. White kid, black kid, do you know?
Yeah, like a mix kind of.
Okay.
I don't think he's real. I mean.
Okay.
Like,
So he was hanging out with his girlfriend and...
Well, I don't know if they were really hanging out. The kids come over like twice to work on the car.
So, unfortunately, there was an accident, okay, involving McKenzie, Davion, and who we believe is Dominic, is the third person.
An accident?
A car accident, okay,
Where?
last night.
Wait.
Just relax. Just hold on. Just stay seated. Just stay seated. Just hold on. Just listen.
Yes.
Listen.
Take a deep breath.
Christine, look at me. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, just take
a deep breath. Okay. Right now, all we know is that the driver, who was McKenzie, is at Metro.
Right.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah,
just stay seated, please.
Take your time.
Please, just relax. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
That's okay. You're good. Take your time.
Take a deep breath. Okay. Is anybody else home here with you right now?
I'm looking for Christopher, but he's sleeping. Angelo's in Florida. Wait, where's Mackenzie's mom?
Okay. They're down at Metro right now. Okay. The other 2 passengers, like I said, was Davion and who we believe is Dominic, okay? From what McKenzie told us.
Okay.
Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Christine.
Oh, God. How can this happen?
Just sit down.
Oh, my God.
Krista's going to come outside.
That's okay.
Christine.
Yes. Just take a deep breath. It's okay.
Oh, my God.
No.
Christine.
It'll be better.
Please.
No, he can't be. What did she do?
Christine.
What did she do?
It would be best.
Oh, my God.
Is there somebody else we can call for you?
Oh, my God.
Is there somebody we can call for you? Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you have a seat? Here, sit down. Just sit there. That's fine.
Oh, my God. Why would this happen? Where were they going?
We don't know that right now, Christine.
But can we get somebody else for you at this point?
Is there somebody, any other family members?
That we can contact? There you go. Have a seat. Take your time.
Christine.
Yes. Can we get somebody else?
We're going to come in with you. Christine, we're going to come in with you, okay? Listen. Where's Christopher?
Oh, my God. Why did this happen?
Hold on. Relax. Okay, hold on. Where's Christopher?
He's sleeping. He's sleeping. Oh,
Where's
my God.
Hold on. Where's
my God.
Sit down.
Oh, my God. I can't now.
There you go.
Watch that door. Which one's Christopher's room, Christine? Christine.
It's a one.
Christine.
We can contact for you,
There's
Christine?
no way. The's no way. Are you
Hey,
sure?
Christopher.
They can't save him. You sure they can't?
Christopher.
You sure
Hey,
they
come here
can't
for a second,
save
bud.
him?
Come here. Come
Are you
here.
sure they can't
Listen,
save
let's
him?
take a seat for me, please.
You sure they can't save
Listen.
him?
I,
How does this happen? How can this happen? They have to be able
Officer
to save
Laretano's
him.
going to talk to you, okay?
Oh
Just,
my God!
Christine.
No, they can't. They have to be able to save him. They have to be able to save him. How can they not?
Christine. Christine, do you need me to talk?
Who do you want us to talk to? Here, you want to sit?
Hi, Frank. This is Sergeant Marsala with the Strongsville Police Department. We're over here at Christine's residence. Are you close to here by chance? You're a half an hour. Okay. If you can, can you come here, please?
No, can't be true.
Okay. Right now, I can give you some information as far as what we believe happened, okay? There was a car accident, okay? And one person, the driver, who was his girlfriend, is at Metro. The other two occupants of the vehicle are deceased. Okay? I don't want to do this over the phone. I did not, I apologize for having to give you this information over the phone. Is there somebody there with you that can bring you here? Okay. And I'll explain a little bit more. I can explain a little bit more when you get here. Okay. Where are you? Do you need somebody to come and pick you up? You're in Elyria? Okay. Okay. Please be careful. Okay. And we'll see you here in a little bit. If you want, I can send an officer out to come and pick you up. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God, could you just say they committed a crime and they're in jail? Can't they be in jail? They can't be in jail. Oh, you sure they're just not in jail?
She was praying for the worst news she could imagine, that her son was arrested, because at least that meant he was still breathing.
Can't they be in jail? They can't be in jail. Oh, you sure they're just not in jail?
The dad is on his way now from Elyria.
Oh my God.
From Elyria.
Okay.
He said he'll be here in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh
Here,
my
Christine.
God.
Yeah, why don't you have a seat?
Christine, just sit down for me, please.
Can we get you a glass of water or something?
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this can't be happening. Oh my God, this can't be happening. No, how could they have gotten in such a bad car accident?
What happened?
So the only thing we know right now is that we believe he was a passenger in a vehicle, okay? They went off the road on Alameda and Progress, right there, the business industrial park, and they struck a building.
Oh
Is
my
anybody
God,
else dead?
oh my God, oh my God, there's no way.
There's one other
You're
passenger.
Sure, you're sure,
There
right?
was 3 people. It was female driver and 2 male passengers, which again, one was Dominic and one was who we believe is one of his
Why
buddies.
couldn't they save him? Why couldn't they save him?
Okay.
Why couldn't they save him? Why couldn't they save him? Why couldn't they save him? Why?
Do you?
Oh my God!
Hey, Christine. You said where's her mom? Do you have her phone number? Do you talk to her?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hey, Christine, real quick, and maybe even you might know this as well. So the other person involved was Davion. Do you know Davion?
No, I don't.
Okay.
She didn't even know his name. Davion Flanagan, 19 years old, was just a friend who showed up that night and paid for it with his life.
It was only 9:30. It's only 9:30. They got left in there. Oh, that's why they died, because nobody knew they were there. Oh my God.
Hey, Christine, do you know, did they make mention of where they were going to go last night or anything like that when they were here?
Oh, I just guilty. I'm guilty. I mean, I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, they don't even drink.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's usually my biggest concern if they were drinking.
Sure,
you know what I mean? But my son's just not a drinker.
Yeah.
He's not a drinker. I don't really think Kenzie is. I don't think any of the kids are their age. They're just not. I don't ever see them drinking. I just don't think any of them are drinkers. I mean, I know they're not. I want to see them. I mean, they're almost 21. Why wouldn't they be trying to drink? They're not drinking. I don't know. So I guess I just don't worry as much because of that.
You know what time it happened at?
No, we don't. Right now, it's so early in the investigation that we don't know. What we do know 100% is somebody called it in. Somebody passing by called it in at around 6:15, 6:30.
Called in, what, the car was just smashed somewhere?
Yeah. So what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road, and they went
Right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. That business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends, that's dead ends right there. They hit that building. They hit the sign out front, and then they hit the building.
Would they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know.
We don't know that. We don't know that. So
two kids are dead, my son's dead, another kid's dead, and
Go
the
ahead.
girl's in the hospital?
she's in surgery right now.
Oh my God, huh, Chris?
I didn't copy.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, hang on just one moment.
Is there someone we can call for you? Whatever you might need.
Okay.
Psychiatrist?
Well, I mean, another family member or a friend or anybody that you might want us to call on your behalf.
No, this is a fucking nightmare.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was, what do you think, somebody called in at 6:30 in the morning?
Between 6:15,
6:15, 6:30, yeah.
somewhere in there. Came upon it, passing it by.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is fucking horrible. She was in her car?
It was in Mackenzie's car, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And is she gonna make it, or you guys don't know?
We right now we don't know.
Hospital
She's
surgery, I
she's in
believe, yeah.
surgery right now, so we don't know.
Oh my gosh. What
So
a fucking nightmare.
the other person that was in the car was Davion.
Oh, who's that, the little black kid, Chris?
Yeah.
I don't really know him.
Okay.
If you're heading westbound on Progress, which is north of 82,
I
there's a dead end. There's a business park. There's a dead end
It's over here?
up this way.
Okay.
And across they hit the sign in front of the building and then hit the building, and the car came to rest in front of the building. He texted you this morning at 3 o'clock?
253.
253.
Okay, well, that's helpful.
Okay.
Because we couldn't, I think the last time she was saying she saw it was around something about 9:30.
If for some reason, and they'll give you further direction as far as kind of moving forward in the process then as well, okay?
I'm not ready to deal with
Yeah,
that
it's
yet.
okay.
You
It's
know,
okay,
That's okay.
take your time.
I'll call him, but I'm...
Take your time. Are you sure there's nobody else we can call for you?
No, no.
I mean, we're happy to do that.
No, it's not, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not okay.
Well, no, I understand. Yeah, we just want to be as best we can to help you.
We're in shock right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
This can't be happening.
May I go back inside and get the tissue box?
That's fine. Yeah.
Is that all right?
It can't be happening. This can't be the case. This can't be true. This can't be true.
I can't believe it. Right, he's 20, what is he, 20 years old, right? Yeah, he's gonna be 21. It's like, he's got his own little thing and his girlfriend. Like, I always do shit with my kids. I'm trying to get, he has his own life. Like, I was trying to get him to do something. Come on, Don, I want to go to the track. You want to do this? Well, Dad, and then the other day he was going to go, didn't go. Like, we didn't spend enough time. When he was little, yeah, but we didn't spend enough time together. It's really fucking gross. McKenzie driving shit. I seen her back out of the driveway and I was worried.
A father who saw the danger in that relationship before anyone else did. He was worried, and he was right.
Unbelievable. This just flipped everybody's world upside down.
I'm very sorry. We're very sorry to have to convey this news to you.
No, guys.
Please know that personally, you'll hear my prayers, my thoughts, my prayers. And if there's anything we can do, just give us a call, okay?
Radio. This car's split in two. Radio, there's an occupant inside. Send us a squad now. We gotta bust the window out. Send us some more units.
Any more units to...
Do you want me to grab my med kit?
Now! This is not a fresh accident either. She's been here for a while. Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. Times 3, guys. Radio, 3 occupants. No one's conscious. No one's breathing.
Okay.
Bust that window out. Rookie. Oh my God, dude. Who can hear my voice?
Who's in here?
Drivers. Radio. Driver. Breathing, unconscious.
I copy.
Radio, they're gonna need full extraction at all 3. Come here. Let him call it in.
Radio, plates John, Ida, Boy 3692. Holy
man.
Hey. Not good, not good. Let me see your knife. Let's cut this thing out.
This is bad, guys. She's alive. We got to get her out somehow.
All right.
Reach up and unlock.
Hold on, watch your.
Dog 18 fired to a Natalie Shirilla of
Here, cut that out. Cut that out.
Alameda Drive, Strongsville, Ohio. A road with a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit, and a Toyota Camry that hit that building at 100 miles per hour. What you just saw is not what an accident looks like. And investigators knew that the moment they set foot on that road.
Go ahead.
Advise fire. That's our driver's breathing, unconscious, wedged. Holy smokes. It's the last thing you expect to see. Help me find a track, guys, that comes through here. Left the roadway behind your car.
I have a 17-year-old female, McKenzie.
Went through the sign.
Okay, that might be the driver.
Copy.
Talking?
Yeah.
She she talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5-7 radio. She's talking a little bit. Advise fire to step it up.
Copy.
How to get it split in half from hitting the building here? It looks like this is where it's split. 60, you're being called?
You want me to just shut it down at Westwood?
Aren't people here like all the time? I can't believe no one heard of it.
This has been here for a long time. Hours.
Yeah.
Yep. Driver, 17-year-old female, still breathing, wedged in there. 2 are going to be DOA. Okay. They're all young. Okay, gotcha. Possibly teenagers.
She's only still breathing?
Yeah. Okay. She's been here for hours. Hold it open. We want the driver out. She's still breathing, fellas. The 17-year-old female. This is the worst crash I've ever seen. I've been on a bunch of whoppers. They're gonna get life flight. Oh yeah. He already said it. He might be calling for it right now, the captain.
Luckily she's moving her way.
Dude, this has been here for hours. This has might have been here for 3-4 hours. It's not hot at all.
Yeah. Wow. Terrible place to hit a building. No one's coming down.
You're talking hundreds. The skid starts back there. There's no skid. I mean,
No skid marks. Not a single one. On a city road, at 100 miles per hour. Every human survival instinct tells you to brake, to swerve, to fight for your life. There was none of that here, and that one horrifying detail changed everything. And while investigators were processing that devastating scene, the only person who walked away from that crash was sitting in the back of a police car, crying, alive, while 2 young men she had just been driving with were being covered with sheets on that road. The question that nobody had dared ask out loud yet was already forming in the minds of everyone at that scene. While that family was devastatingly falling apart miles away, investigators had already made a decision. This was not an accident, and they knew exactly who they were going to arrest.
Where's she? Right back there, pal.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay? Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it. No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just keep your hands right here. I'm not gonna tighten these, okay? I don't want to hurt you. You good? Are they good? Thank you. All right. This cruiser right here.
Actually, he took her out of the car and we did not.
Okay. Do you have anything out of your pockets, anything like that? We're gonna watch your head going in.
Aggravated murder ×2. She was 17 years old, still recovering from the crash that killed 2 people. And those were the first words she heard when investigators walked through that hospital door. While that family was devastatingly trying to hold itself together, investigators were already building something. Picture, piece by piece. And the friends of Dominic and Davion were about to hand them one of the most disturbing pieces of all.
All right, so you have Life 360 so that you were able to track the phone? Everything, how fast?
It shows the top speed where they broke.
About 90 miles an hour, I heard.
It says exactly
So,
90.
yeah.
It said they didn't hit
There was
the brakes.
no hard braking
Right.
until, like, it'll show you when they hard brake, and that was when they hit the wall. It didn't
Okay.
even say they hard brake when they hit the sign. Yeah.
Right, they probably didn't. They probably...
So this is how accurate it is.
Okay.
I just want to show you.
Oh, no, explain it.
So
yeah.
this is when they were going down Progress Drive,
Mhm.
and then you know how there was like tire tracks before it, like
Right.
on that side grass. So that's the sign,
That's when it hits the sign.
and then
says
that's
slow
where
down.
she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those two rocks and went right into the sign, the
Mhm.
side of it. But I'm just confused on how the back of the sign was messed up, but she went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see like the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed
was after the hard braking.
was
Right.
90 miles per hour.
90 miles per hour. In a 35-mile-per-hour zone, captured not by police, but by a tracking app on Davion Flanagan's own phone, before investigators even had the event data recorder results. The evidence was already screaming.
I texted Davion. He texted me at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And it says that they crashed at 5:36.
So he texted you right before they crashed.
So
And you can
it shows him.
it shows on this app Davion was on his phone at 5:35.
Okay.
So it was like almost like he was like a hostage in the car.
Like I don't know.
With speeds and all that, everything that you're telling me.
Yeah.
It was
And then
like-
if you
it
want to
was
write it down,
literally
you
like
can write it down too.
Because like he got on the phone at like, what time?
I texted
literally not even a minute before the crash.
A minute
he
before.
texted one person just so he can like
I sent him
kind of say something as fast as he possibly
Right.
can.
What did he
I don't know.
What did he
So
say when he
basically,
texted?
I was on vacation. I was in Colorado, and I sent him this picture. And
Oh,
he
that's a
said,
good picture.
Yeah, he said that goes crazy, like the picture.
Yeah.
And then I responded at 7:30 in the morning, but it's too
Right.
late at that point. So.
But he did text someone out saying "I love you" like around 3 in the morning.
Davion Flanagan sent his last message at 5:35 in the morning. The crash happened at 5:36. His final words to his friends, "I love you," and then silence.
Like I said, I don't know what he's been working on this thing since the start. Since Sunday morning, he came in right away and started working this thing.
And it makes sense with that app. It's just like if the kid was in the back seat, they were dating, they're having problems, like they're fighting. She got mad. She's always like, there's lots of people that have come up to me and said they've always fought. Like everybody, like I can probably pull a lot of witnesses to say that and testify for that. They've always fought. They've always argued over retarded stuff, and maybe they were fighting. They were on the psychedelics, and she hit the gas to floor it, and it shows you that they literally hit the gas right when they got into that area. They were driving fine for like 15 minutes.
Right.
How all of a sudden you drive good for 15 minutes, you drive bad for like 2 minutes,
Right.
and you're 5 minutes away from the house.
Right.
And he was staying at Dominic's house.
Right.
His parents were on vacation.
15 minutes of completely normal driving. Then something happened inside that car. And in the next 2 minutes, 2 young men were horrifically, brutally dead. And nobody in that vehicle could tell investigators what triggered it.
And yeah, it's just crazy and it's tragic that like one good kid, like, I mean, they're all good kids, but one good kid that just didn't do any of that stuff and just was in the wrong crowd at that time.
Right.
Yes, we've had some information on it, but the thing is, I don't know if our detectives got it from his phone or if they got it from someone else that was also
And, like,
in the
there's
group
crazy
that's telling us
rumors,
what
like-
you're telling us.
Yeah, there's like crazy rumors like the girl like didn't like she was just messing with her boyfriend. She would fight with him all the time and like swear up and down that they'll kill themselves both. And like we feel like Davion was just a victim of it.
She swore she would kill them. Multiple people heard it. Multiple people told police. And investigators were now connecting dots that painted a horrifying picture.
You saw them leave on Friday and they haven't been back since?
Friday, yeah.
Okay.
Because they had the trash cans were out Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then Friday morning I saw them leave. So
Leave. What time was that around, you remember?
probably 8 o'clock or so.
Okay.
I haven't seen anybody here since, and there's been no cars in the driveway because they do have well, I don't think he's in college, but I know they have high school kids. And usually there's cars sitting out.
Do they have more than one child? Do you know?
Well, they have 3 adopted children, and they're all part of one family.
Do you know where the Flanagans are?
I don't know. My wife, I was out of town this week.
Okay. Are you pretty close? Are you pretty close with them? Or? Okay. Yeah, I just would like to know if you know where they went. That's all. We just have to speak with them. So
something happened.
If you're
Davion.
We can't get into that right now.
Davion Flanagan family was on vacation in North Carolina. 3 adopted children, parents who trusted their son enough to let him go without tracking. And now officers were standing on a neighbor's doorstep trying to figure out how to reach them with the most heartbreaking news of their lives.
I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Did you talk to somebody?
Yeah, I think my ex-wife called up and told me to come get him. She must have talked to somebody.
Okay, let me see. Do you know?
And another thing is this Davion kid, the other boy that got killed in the accident, he had a 360 life something. I don't know if you guys are aware of this.
Yes.
Already.
Yep.
Okay, because I tried calling the police officer yesterday and I got nothing
So,
back.
well, the officer who handled the incident that night is on night shift.
Okay.
But then our detective's already working it.
Okay.
It's just the one detective who's working it is out of the office. He's back Thursday.
Oh, okay.
I
just figured to make your life easier.
Nope,
It said they were going 90 miles an hour.
There's multiple people who have kind of relayed that information to us.
Right. And obviously somebody has the keys right now.
They could be, more likely they're probably somewhere in the car. But they will find that when they go through and do the search warrant, okay?
This is bullshit. Somebody's got the keys. Somebody has the keys. Where's his phone at?
We have a couple cell phones. I don't know. Once again, I wasn't working, but I know they have at least 1 or 2 cell phones that we have in evidence.
So when can I get those back?
Probably once they're done with their search warrants investigation.
This is crazy.
Correct.
On the 360, whatever, the
Well,
app was,
and that's what multiple people have called us about.
It said 90 miles an hour.
That information.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
So what the what was the hurry?
Don't know. I hate to say it, there probably wasn't a good reason for it. You know what I mean?
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
It doesn't make any sense. That's what everybody kept saying. The friends, the family, the officers. Nobody could find a single good reason for what happened on that road. And that, in a criminal investigation, is not a coincidence. That is a conclusion. Investigators had the crash data. They had the digital evidence. They had the event data recorder, a device built into modern cars that captures every single thing a vehicle does in its final seconds. Speed, throttle, braking, steering. Every number pointed in the same direction. But to prove murder, they needed something even more compelling. They needed to answer the one question that changes everything. Why? July 17, 2022, 14 days before the crash. Mackenzie Shirilla texts Christine Russo, Dominic's own mother, claiming Dominic grabbed the steering wheel on the highway trying to spin the car out. She said she was scared. She said it was raining. She said she needed him picked up. Dominic's own mother didn't believe her. And what happened next on that highway, according to witness Christopher Martin, tells a completely different and far more terrifying story.
Give me my shit, dude. Give me my shit.
Yeah, we have problems.
Why are you trying to torment me?
It's never okay to try to end somebody's life. She wrote that 14 days before 2 people were horrifically, brutally killed. And investigators were not treating that as a coincidence. This relationship didn't become toxic overnight. Investigators found a trail going back years. Arguments, breakups, Dominic trying to leave, McKenzie refusing to accept it, Christine Russo caught in the middle, texting McKenzie, mediating, trying to keep the peace. And then, after July 17, 2022, their entire text history stops. No more messages. No more contact. Ever. And it wasn't just her relationship with Dominic. The text messages between Mackenzie and her own father painted a portrait of someone who needed to control everything around her, including who drove her car, who sat in her car, and where that car went. He was done with her. Dominic Russo had made that decision. He was trying to move on. And for someone who had built her entire world around that relationship, that rejection, investigators believed, became something far more dangerous than heartbreak. And the evidence of just how dangerous had already surfaced 2 weeks earlier. In a moment that prosecutors would later stand up in a courtroom and call the single most chilling piece of this entire case. July 17th, Interstate 71. Near Bagley Road. An argument inside the car. And in front of witness Christopher Martin, Mackenzie Shirilla said 4 words out loud. Words that would later be repeated in a courtroom. "I'm going to crash this car." Martin watched her say it, watched Dominic get out, watched her strike him as he tried to leave. And 14 days later, she did exactly that. At 100 miles per hour. Into a concrete building. With 2 people inside. Prosecutors called it premeditation. The defense called it coincidence. But here is what nobody could argue with. She said it. She did it. And the only person who walked away was her. Everything investigators had built, the crash data, the digital evidence, the event data recorder, the prior threat, the text messages, the witness statements, it all came down to one room, one judge, and one question that would define the rest of Mackenzie Shirilla's life.
I hope one day you can see I would never let this happen or do it on purpose. I wish I could remember what happened. I'm just so sorry. I'm heartbroken. I love Dom and Davion. We were all friends and Dom was my soulmate. I wish I could take all your pain away. And I'm so sorry.
She said she couldn't remember. After months of evidence, witness statements, crash reconstruction, and courtroom testimony, Mackenzie Shirilla's answer was that she simply couldn't remember what happened. The families sitting in that courtroom had a very different answer.
Your Honor, my name is Jamie Flanagan. I am the mother of the victim, Davion Flanagan. I want to share a small part of what we lost on 7/31/2022. My son, Davion, is and always will be so much more than cargo. He was precious. He was an amazing soul with a heart of gold. He gave to the world what he wanted most in his own life, love. The kind of love that would rescue a friend in the middle of the night, no questions asked, the kind that would protect others and honor them. He made friends easily with his infectious smile. He was a gifted athlete. He had plans to go to barber school and open his own shop. My son did not have a clique of friends, but instead was a friend to all. Davion was adopted with his sisters from foster care. They are biological siblings. We are honored to be chosen, or to have been chosen, to be their parents. Their forever family. I am devastated by the loss of Davion. The world lost a truly special man. My girls lost their best friend, their protector. We will never get to see the amazing man that he was surely to become. I pray daily for strength and perseverance for myself and for my family. I also pray that Mackenzie will find true remorse in her heart and true repentance.
As an 18-year-old, I hate the fact that he has gone because someone decided to take his life. Now that Davion is gone, I feel stuck. I feel as if I can't move forward. I would like you to give Mackenzie the longest possible sentence. She will be eligible for parole, while my brother will be gone forever.
An 8-year-old girl, standing in a courtroom, asking a judge to keep the person who brutally, horrifically took her brother's life in prison forever, because her brother will be gone forever. Let that sink in.
I'm Christine Russo. I'm Dominic's mother. No one wanted this to be a murder, or to punish Mackenzie Shirilla for this accident. But this was not a car accident. The evidence and science proved that Mackenzie Shirilla murdered my son, Dominic, as well as Davion. I wish I could change this every day. I lost 3 children in that crash.
Not a minute goes by each day that I don't think about my son, as well as Davion. My heart is forever broken. On July 31st, 2022, I called Mackenzie's mother, hysterical with the loss of my son and Davion. I knew Mackenzie was in the hospital, and the first statement said to me was, "Oh, please don't listen to what everyone's saying on Facebook." Yeah, my son is dead, his friend is dead, and I'm checking on yours.
Her son was brutally, horrifically dead. Davion was brutally dead. And the first thing Mackenzie's mother said to her was, "Don't listen to what people are saying on Facebook." That one sentence tells you everything.
Mackenzie, going to prison because you did this. Be thankful that you're still alive and have a future, whatever that may be. Dom and Davion were robbed of their futures, their hopes, and their dreams. Mackenzie showed no mercy on Dominic, nor did she on Davion. Only God at this time can have mercy on her soul.
My name is Angelo Russo. I'm one of Dominic's older brothers. Dom may have been young, but he made the most of each day and had an impact on the lives of his friends and his family. Dom was a businessman, an athlete, a song producer, and an entrepreneur. A few months before he passed, he told me that he soon planned on joining a branch of the military. Admittingly, I was against this, but he felt the need to not only serve the community, but also his country. Mackenzie's statement in the hospital to Detective Azu, "Can't you just take my license away for 10 years or something?" That statement is Mackenzie Shirilla. The most selfish person I know. Ironically, Dom was the most selfless person I know. Mackenzie Shirilla murdered Dom and Davion in cold blood and had already moved on. Mackenzie killed Dom over the thought of losing him, and she made Davion collateral damage.
"Can't you just take my license away for 10 years or something?" That was her response. In the hospital, while two families were being shattered. That was what she said to the detective investigating the horrific deaths of two people.
People's acts have consequences, and the consequences here are up to you. You have a range of possibilities as it relates to a girl who was 17 at the time, who is now 19 years old and has no criminal record. Ms. Leitner is asking you to consider that the brain is not fully developed until 25 years or older. Her choices, Mackenzie's, and actions are indicative of teenage invincibility. While, based upon your decision, you don't find that, I find that there are, I remember when I was young, the dumbest things I ever did, and I'd hate to be judged for those things. All I can tell you is that from the moment I met this young lady here, she expressed sorrow. Our defense was that it was a reckless homicide. That's taking responsibility for what she believes happened. I've seen her express true remorse in the times that I met her in jail.
The defense had one argument: she was 17. Her brain wasn't fully developed. This was reckless driving, not murder. And that argument was about to meet the most powerful counter-argument in the entire case. The judge herself.
"There is nothing that I can do or say today that will return these two young men to their families. There is nothing I can say or do that will restore Mackenzie Shirilla to the life she had before July 31st, 2022. This trial is a culmination of decisions made by one person, the defendant. Those decisions have forever altered the futures of 3 families, and of you also, Mackenzie. And your decisions forever robbed Dominic and Davion of the futures that they had before them. Every decision we make is important. Every action we make is important. The consequences ripple through time and affect many more people than one might think at the time of the decision. And at this point, I would like to comment specifically on Exhibit 802, the crash video. This is the type of evidence you can never unsee. You can never forget the visual or audio of this exhibit. It is chilling and tragic. As you review that exhibit, you know that you are watching the oncoming deaths of 2 people and there's nothing that will stop it. The video clearly shows the purpose and intent of the defendant. She chose a course of death and destruction that day. Exhibit 802 crystallizes the deadly decision-making of the defendant. She morphs from a responsible driver to literal hell on wheels as she makes her way down the street. McKenzie alone made the decision to drive the car, to drive an obscure route, a route she visited a few days before. McKenzie alone chose the time to make the drive, early in the morning, when any reasonable person would expect that few people would be nearby to witness it or offer life-saving assistance. She had a mission, and she executed it with precision. The mission was death.
The mission was death. Those were the words of a judge, not a prosecutor, not a grieving family member, a judge who spent weeks reviewing every single piece of evidence in this case. And that was her conclusion.
The totality of the evidence clearly demonstrates that Mackenzie Shirilla acted purposely and intentionally. In the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022, her purpose was to kill Dominic Russo. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder. Court renders the following verdicts. Count 1. The court, having had count 1 tried to and pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant, Mackenzie Shirilla, guilty of murder, to wit Dominic Russo. Count 2. The court, having had count 2 tried to and pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant, Mackenzie Shirilla, guilty of murder, to wit Davion Flanagan.
Guilty on every single count. August 14th, 2023. 2 life sentences, running concurrently, with the possibility of parole, but only after serving a minimum of 15 years. She will not see a parole board before 2037, and even then it is not guaranteed. Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan will never see anything again.
Love you, baby.
Somewhere in that courtroom, as those guilty verdicts were being read, someone called out those 3 words. And in that moment, 2 families who had lost everything finally had the one thing they had been fighting for since July 31st, 2022. The truth. Dominic Russo was 20 years old. Davion Flanagan was 19. Our deepest condolences go to their families, who have shown more strength and dignity than anyone should ever have to. Our mission is simple: voices for the voiceless. We tell the stories of those who can no longer speak for themselves. Subscribe, share this, keep their names alive, and before you go, drop your answer in the comments. Was Mackenzie Shirilla a calculated killer who planned this, or a teenager who made one catastrophic, irreversible decision in a moment of emotional collapse? The court decided. Now you decide.